Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 26 chat.
Oh my goodness, hi.
What an episode this was.
It's episode 17, if you're keeping track.
This cast is delivering.
Last time, Tucky won HOH.
Tucky.
Sort of looks like it says.
It does look like it says Tucky.
Tucky won HOH and nominated Brooklyn, Cam, and Quinn.
Or Quim. You had a few different... One time it said Quirm. But yes, Brooklyn, Cam, and Quinn.
Yes, so he told Quinn...
You're not my target.
Yes, but Brooklyn's my target.
And he said, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, and I'll take you off the block.
Right.
If I win the veto.
But if I find out that you went and you told people what I told you...
I'll still use the veto on you.
Yeah, pretty much. But he was testing Quinn for sure to see if he was gonna, like, spill his guts, which we'll get there.
Quinn still doesn't believe
that he's a pawn.
He's a pawn.
Yeah, he's like, I'm obviously the target. What the heck? And I mean, Tucker's trying to play it up to everybody outside of his 6th Avenue Alliance that Quinn is the target. But no, it's Brooklyn. Brooklyn, target number 1.
I have 2 pieces of advice for Quinn.
Okay.
Get rid of the high school mustache. It's very bad.
And what's number 2?
Stop yelling in the diary room.
Oh my god. It's too much. It's too much. It's not even just that he has a loud voice. He's like...
It's crazy. And it's phony. It's false.
I know we've heard in the past that, you know, the people in the diary room are always like, all right, do it now with more energy. More energy. It's too much. Let's tone it down.
This is Clem Fandango. Quinn, can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm thinking of, like, some of the more entertaining people in the diary rooms, and I feel like the people that talk quietly almost pull me in more. You know what I mean? Like, there's something to be said for being natural.
I don't like yellers.
No.
Especially when they're fake yellers.
He's not even yelling. He's almost, like, screaming in there. It's a lot.
I mean, if you're always at a 10...
Where do you go?
Where do you go?
Where do you go?
You can't appreciate, you know, the levels then.
All right. Well, Brooklyn, she is pissed because she feels like Chemo, T-Core, Joseph, they are all...
They did her dirty.
The reasons why she is in this position. She takes no blame herself, but she says they are all playing terrible games, and that's why I am in this position, because they didn't tell me about the vote flip.
She's little Red Robin Riding in Hood. Wait, what did she say?
She said little Red Robin Hood.
With all the big bad wolves.
Robin Hood? I wasn't sure if she was making some sort of a pun that I, like, missed, but I don't think so. I think
I don't think so.
She's little Red Robin Hood.
Well, Chelsea is not on the block right now, but she's in with this group.
Right, so she's like, worried. If the veto's used, there's a really good chance I'm going to be going up.
Yeah.
At least there's somebody with a brain in that group.
Yeah, she was on the wrong side of the vote. So,
yeah.
like, she's in that group. So, let's talk about Chemo.
Okay.
And Tucker.
Well, you know Chemo's ready to spill everything to Tucker.
He's totally crushing on Tucker.
Yeah, like a lot.
Does that make it awkward for Rubina?
No, because I feel like Rubina is almost like sister wives with... Chemo, you know, like, I don't know, for some reason, she's territorial about other people, but with Chemo, It's like, it's allowed, I don't know.
Who is she territorial with?
Leah, Mackenzie, she doesn't like that, she doesn't like them talking to Tucker.
Really?
Well, she also is worried that they're working together, but
right.
That's a whole other thing if you've been watching this week's spoiler updates. But anyway... Chemo wants to tell Tucker all about the Pentagon. He's like, look, I already spilled about the collective for you. Now I want to tell you about the smaller alliance within the collective.
Okay.
It's this person, this person, this person, you know? So he names off the 5. Cedric, Chelsea, Cam.
And Tucker's like, yeah. All right.
And Quinn and Brooklyn.
Okay.
All
right, well, now it's time for Quirm to do some spilling.
Okay.
He spills to Brooklyn that Tucker told him.
Tucker told me I'm a pawn.
And you're the target.
So Brooklyn's like, whoa. Let's back this up. Because he told Cam and I that we're both pawns. Like, he literally pulled the 2 of them aside together and was telling them, you're just pawns, Quinn's my target.
Right.
So Brooklyn's like, what's actually going on here?
Yeah. Don't mess with a married mother from Texas.
No. Deep in the heart of Texas.
All right, so we need a little comic relief, and boy, did they deliver.
Oh my God.
They skipped the dishes, boy.
This next segment was one
so
of my
good.
all-time favorite Big Brother segments.
So,
I'm not even kidding.
Angela is on slop, and she's not handling it very well.
Honestly, I think she's handling it decently from what I've seen.
Well, she's subsisting
For Angela.
on oatmeal. She doesn't really like the slop. I can't blame her. I don't like oatmeal or slop.
I like oatmeal, but this is like oatmeal plus, which is
Plus,
not great.
Plus greenish or...
Well, I don't think it's green in the U.S., but Canada's looks gross. But this is like above and beyond oatmeal.
I guess they put like protein powder in it or something.
They got to make sure everybody's getting their nutrients, right?
Yeah.
But in any case.
Last week, Angela was the HOH.
Yeah.
Even if it was without power, she still got all the accoutrements.
She still got her basket with all her snackies.
She loves cheese.
Her cured
She loves
meats.
salami. She loves charcuterie.
Mm-hmm.
So she couldn't eat it last week for whatever reason.
She just didn't get to it probably because they give you so much stuff when you win.
So she put it in the fridge, not knowing that she was going to be a have-not this week.
She was the first one out of the wall comp.
So all the freaking vultures are circling around.
They're
Vulture
like, let's make
Brooklyn,
a charcuterie board.
Vulture Mackenzie, everyone.
I gotta say, it was a good looking board though, if you're into that.
I make a very nice vegan one. So.
Yeah, I'll take a vegan version. But,
yeah.
I mean, that like flower thing they did.
Yeah.
Very nice. But yeah, they were using up all of her stuff and she was just like, I can't eat any of this!
She was really low-key pissed because they didn't even ask her.
Yeah, they didn't even ask her. Like, that's nasty. And you know that stuff lasts for a while.
It does. I mean, cheese, can last for weeks.
And, like, cured meats and stuff?
Well, some of it was uncured.
Well, bleh. I don't know anything about meat. I haven't had meat since 2009.
Same.
But anyway, yeah, so she was upset. She's, like, crying on the floor.
She's on the floor in the diary room.
She's
the goldfish breathing.
And Brooklyn's in the diary room like, yeah, give me your meats and your cheeses.
Whatever, enjoy your heart disease. All right.
But yeah, that segment was absolutely wild. I can't wait to go home and show that to my husband that doesn't watch the show. He watches the show through the few clips that I show him from time to time.
All right. Well, it's time to pick players for the veto.
I just have to say, even though Angela's like not involved in the drama of the week, like she's still delivering for us. And I just...
Who knew?
This is like a once-in-a-lifetime casting.
Well, I don't know about once in a lifetime because, I mean, we did have...
Once in a few years casting.
Yeah.
Who were you going to say?
Karen from Big Brother Canada.
They're kind of like similar vibes.
The old ladies always deliver.
They do.
All right, so get ready to pick players. So
Ooh.
We have Quinn, we have Cam, we have Brooklyn. So Tucker reaches into the bag and he pulls out...
Mackenzie. Makes and Mackenzie. Mackenzie. Mackenzie.
All right, so then Tucker reaches in again and pulls out...
Tucker!
Oh!
So that means that he gets to choose someone.
So who does he choose? His best guy, Joseph.
Oh, they have a final turn. Tucker knows it.
Are you for that?
Yeah, I like these two together, but they need to watch out because people are picking up on it. Just saying.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess he figures, honestly, Joseph has not been great in competition so far, so...
But Joseph will probably do whatever I want him to do if he wins the veto.
Right. If he does win, Tucker knows it's in good hands.
Yes.
Trusted hands.
All right. So now Brooklyn and Tucker have a little chat up in the HOH room.
Right. She wants to get to the bottom of this before the veto competition. Am I the target?
Quinn told me I'm the target.
He said he's just the pawn. And Tucker's like...
On the inside, Tucker's like, raging, and on the outside, Tucker's like, no, Quinn's the target. You're just fine.
On the outside, Tucker's all, I'm sorry, but sometimes he reminds me of Mr. Peepers from SNL. The Chris Kattan character.
Yeah.
Or the director character that Chris Kattan does.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Just the random...
Or the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Get those vibes for sure. Especially when he's talking about the dynamite.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, he has to realize what he's doing, right? He knows. He's an actor.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
So it's time for the POV, and it's everyone's favorite. We don't get this every year.
We have not seen this in years.
Yes, it's the hide and go veto.
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy this is back. It's classic.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
All right, so each player gets their own little veto placard, and they dress them up this year as SD cards, which I think is so clever, given the theme.
Dirty search, whatever.
Who can hide their footprint
search
or
history.
whatever.
Search history.
Yeah. So, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Well,
how much memory do you think is on those cards?
0. It wasn't a threat at all.
Okay.
All right, so you have 2.5 minutes to hide your, right? 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, 2.5 minutes to hide. Everybody goes in one at a time, and they have the chance to hide things. And
you can't tell whose card it is from the outside because it's locked.
Right, and they all look the same. You're not going to know whose veto card, whatever, you pulled until the end.
Unless you made a deal with them beforehand, which has definitely...
That would be lame. That's so lame.
That has definitely happened in seasons past. Definitely.
I feel like usually people in previous seasons were like planning out what would be a good hiding spot in here, and they end up like telling people. But this season, I feel like it was...
They don't know.
Well, yeah, they didn't know to expect this because a bunch of them have not seen that much of the show. But also, they haven't done this competition in so long. Maybe they just didn't think it was going to be a possibility.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people did not plan ahead of time where they're supposed to be.
Well, this is a great competition that is kind of level.
Oh, yeah.
Playing field. You know, it's not about athleticism or smarts even. I mean, if you're just a good snake or a rat, you know, you probably do pretty well.
Yeah. Now, I do think that people were trying to go for other spots, and Big Brother was like, no, because I think there's some stuff that's off limits.
Right.
You can't be, like, breaking furniture or anything.
Oh, you can't be pulling off the upholstery or,
like,
breaking windows or putting it in dangerous spots like in the oven or, you know.
Mother doesn't like it.
No. All right, so Joseph went first, and he said, I don't really need to hide it in plain sight.
Yeah, he's like, I don't really need to win this. It's gonna... If I lose, people will keep thinking that I'm weak in this game, and I don't have to get blood on my hands and, you know, draw attention to myself. So he picked a really obvious spot. He was like, I'm going to grab Angela's bag and put my veto thing in there, and then
his veto thing,
and put it, like, on her bed or whatever.
Yeah, at the end of her bed. All right, so then Brooklyn went in, and she's dirty and nasty, so she went in Quinn's dirty laundry.
No!
She probably just wanted to go in there.
No!
See what's what.
She's like, no one's going to want to dig around in here.
Except me.
The problem, well, we'll get to the problem in a little bit. But.
Yeah. So she stuck it in there.
Okay.
And then Quinn went in yelling. He was falling all over the place because he was running like a maniac. And he put it in his garment bag. He was looking all over places too, and I'm pretty sure they were probably like telling him no. Yeah. No. Wrong.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So he ended up, like you said, just putting it in his garment bag, which seems like kind of lame. So far, these spots are
pretty lame.
Yeah.
I can remember awesome hiding spots in like past seasons, like in the mattress cover, you know, but like underneath, and you had to like take the whole thing apart. Or, like, in the sofa.
Yeah, in the sofa. Not even in a cushion, but, like, in the sofa. I feel like at this point they would not allow that anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody even in the past, like, hide it in food?
They might have. I mean, people used to like dump
In,
out
like, a
food
cereal
all the time.
box,
Yeah.
or-
I think the size of the veto thing has also increased so that you can't do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. And then Cam went in and he picked an equally lame spot in his pillowcase with a
But he
blanket
did put a
behind
blanket
it.
in there to make it look not as stiff. Cam.
So then Tucker went in there and he definitely had the best hiding spot.
I mean, yeah.
You had to pull out 2 drawers to find it.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty smart. It was like in between the bottom of one drawer and the top of the other.
Right. I mean, honestly, that was like the only good spot.
And it wasn't even that good, but it was good. Mackenzie went in and she did not put much thought into this and went right to the planter.
She was like, I'm going to put it right near the door because most people are probably just going to run right past that. So she put it at the bottom of the planter, underneath the plant.
But do they? All right. So Joseph went in first and he didn't find it. And then Brooklyn went in after him. Because I guess you have 2.5 minutes.
I think it was 2 minutes to look.
Oh, 2 minutes to look.
Yeah, each time. So
Brooklyn went in. And she was a total B. She was just like, I'm going to mess things up.
She's pulling out the garbage in the kitchen.
Not looking for stuff, just...
Well, I mean, I think she was looking, but also...
I don't know that she was looking because she did pull one of them out not even knowing it.
I don't know. She also, her strategy was to flip mattresses and make a mess around her hiding spot so that people couldn't get to it. She wanted to be like Brett from season 20.
She wanted to make it seem like people had already looked there.
And just make it difficult to get to hers, like physically.
Yeah. All right. So then Quinn went in and found Brooklyn's card right away in his dirty clothes because...
It was too neat.
That's not how he left it.
Yeah, he would not pack his dirty laundry away like that, all neatly.
His is always spilling out and disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, so then Cam went in and found Quinn's in the garment bag because Brooklyn had thrown it.
Yeah, she didn't
out
even
of the
realize
closet.
that she threw it on the floor.
And he was like,
This feels like a veto thingy in here.
Yeah. All right, then Tucker ran in and went right to the planter.
Oh my god, it was like he had freaking sonar or something, radar.
I wonder if it was because when she took the planter out, like some of the
Dirt
stuff...
on the floor?
Yeah, dirt on the floor.
Could be.
So he probably thought like, somebody's been messing with this.
I mean, he went right for it. So, yeah, he found Mackenzie's.
Yes. And then Mackenzie went in and she didn't find anything. So now it's Brooklyn's second time in there. And she's not looking.
She knows that hers has been found.
Yeah. So she decides that she's going to get some revenge on Tucker and T-Core.
She's throwing their clothes all over the place. She knows that Tucker's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
But when she started messing with T-Core's crocheted gems, beautiful clothing, you don't do that. You don't mess with the crocheter's handmade
That's one
clothing.
of a kind. That is art.
Yeah, so that's some bullshit. I'd be pissed if I was T-Core.
And was T-Core even...
For what I saw, she was very calm, which is not a surprise. But yeah, I would have lost it.
All right. So then Mackenzie didn't find...
No, there was a bunch of nopes. No. I mean, as they go on, it gets harder and harder to find them, right? Because it's down to the last few.
Well, it was down to the last 2. And then after multiple rounds, Cam went in and
he found
the second to last one.
Yes.
So the game's over.
Oh, now it's time to reveal which vetoes were found.
But first...
They will be found.
Have you voted for the AI instigator, America?
Oh, who'd you vote for?
I didn't vote for anybody. Who'd you vote for?
I'd love to see Angela get it. But I feel like America's not going to vote for Angela.
Who do you think America's going to vote for?
I think Tucker's got a good shot at it just because he's so chaotic already.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'd like to see Tucker win it, or Angela.
I want to see Angela get it. I feel like it's going to be Tucker, though.
Yeah. Okay, so Cam found the last one, so now let's get to it. Found Brooklyn, Quinn.
Brooklyn's at least happy that Quinn's was found because she's like, one of us is probably the target, so if he's on the block next to me still, at least I'll have a chance to not be the one to go this week.
Right. So then they confirm that Mackenzie's was found, Cam's was found, and Joseph's was found. Now do the math, kids. It's Tucker.
Oh boy, another win for Tucker.
The sixth one, I believe he said.
Yeah, and he was all, ah!
Yeah, wouldn't you be? So
You know who wasn't like that? Brooklyn. She's not happy.
Tucker is pissed that Quinn messed up his clothes. Except Quinn didn't do it.
Yeah, he's talking a lot of crap, like, oh, that piece of shit, blah, 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 he messed with my clothes, my vintage shirts here from my grandfather, and, like, all this stuff. And, like, yeah, I'd be upset about that, too, but also, like, it wasn't Quinn.
It wasn't Quinn. And Quinn is denying it.
Yeah, so Tucker actually confronts him and is like, Quinn, thanks a lot for messing with my clothes. And Quinn's like, I didn't do it, man. I didn't do it, bro.
Yeah, I didn't do it. All right, so Brooklyn does tell Chelsea that she did it.
Well, Brooklyn was also in that same room watching Tucker go after Quinn when she knows that she was the one that did it. And she's all like...
She's like gloating.
She was like hardcore smiling and laughing when they first went through and looked at everybody's stuff all messed up. And she was like...
Would you say she was dwighting?
Yes, I would.
All right, so how did Tucker find out that Brooklyn did it?
So basically, a few people went to him and were like, we don't think it was Quinn, we think it was Brooklyn. Especially Joseph, he was like, Brooklyn is the only one who did not say that she didn't do it. And also when everyone was talking about it, Brooklyn wasn't like contributing to the conversation at all. So
they sussed it out.
Yeah.
All right, so Quinn's denying it. Tucker and Quinn have a chat in the HOH room, and he tells Quinn that...
Oh, wasn't this the one on the balcony outside?
Oh, right. It's on the balcony. He tells Quinn that Brooklyn ratted you out.
Well, first of all, Quinn's like, all right, I'm just going to, like, own up to some stuff. Because that's the advice he was given by, like, Joseph. Rubina was telling him to do this. Because they don't want Quinn to go. They want to keep working with Quinn. So they're like, this is what you need to do when you talk to Tucker. So he's
you
like...
think they want to keep working with Quinn because they could probably beat him?
I feel like they think Quinn will win competitions and make moves for them. I think. And they feel like they can trust him. For some reason.
I don't know why.
But Quinn was like, dude, I effed up. Like, I told Brooklyn some stuff.
But I didn't mess up your clothes.
Yeah, well, Tucker was like, I need to ask you. Did you touch my drum set? Did you mess with my clothes?
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I didn't do it.
I didn't effing do it.
What they didn't show was when Tucker was like, I know it was Brooklyn. I'm really good at reading body language.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Quinn also spilled other information. He confirmed what Tucker had already heard before about
the Pentagon.
The Pentagon Alliance. So, yeah, Tucker's loving getting all this info from Quinn. He's like, I guess I can use this guy for a while. Like, let's do it. Although,
Quinn is not...
We'll get there.
Okay. Veto meeting. All right, so it's time for the veto meeting. And Tucker's like, you better buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks to the sorority email that got leaked. Remember? The sea punt?
The sea punt. Yeah. So Tucker says, I know all about the collective.
He names off all 8 members and everyone's just like,
yeah.
Then he's like, I also know about the alliance within the collective. He names off all 5 of them.
That which you know as the Pentagon.
Yeah, so he was also like, Brooklyn and Chelsea, you're the ones in charge. I know you're running this.
May not be true.
I mean...
Completely.
I think they have a lot of influence, but...
I think Chelsea is probably more in charge than Brooklyn.
I think so, too. But Tucker was also talking, not in this speech, but... a lot on the feeds about how he thinks Chelsea is the brains behind the operation and Brooklyn is the talker, which I think is a pretty good assessment.
Yeah. All right. So Tucker does not disappoint. He pulls out the veto and he puts it around Quinn's neck.
And Quinn's all like...
And everyone else is like...
I feel like Angela was really acting well here. Because she knew that this was going to happen, but she was all like...
Did she do the goldfish breathing?
Yeah. Yeah, he had told all of the 6th Avenue Alliance ahead of time what he was planning on doing. Mm-hmm. And I believe there was more to this meeting that we didn't even get to see. Like, I think there was more to his speech.
Of course.
I remember them talking about Brooklyn and Chelsea.
Just the highlights.
Yeah, Brooklyn and Chelsea kind of, like, fighting back during it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if maybe that happened after the ceremony and we'll see it tomorrow.
Right.
Or maybe they're just not showing us. I don't know. Right.
So, he said the replacement nominee, since I am HOH as well... is Chelsea.
Ugh.
She knew. She went running right over to the seat.
She knew and she didn't know because Tucker had also been playing games and acting like he was either going to leave Noms the Same or put up like chemo or someone, which seems so freaking random, but they were believing it.
Wow.
But yeah,
well, he said there's bigger threats than Quinn.
Ouch.
So... And then Quinn said, I'm just going to continue to suck in this house and play the same stupid game that I've been playing the whole time.
Translation, what he said in the DR was, the first chance I get to get Tucker out of here, I'm going for it. But I mean, can you blame him?
Yeah.
I feel like...
I think it's just idle threats, though. Can he follow through?
I think he would try. I don't know if he would carry it out, but... How do you not go after Tucker? Anybody?
I mean, yeah, of course. But, like, does he have the balls to back it up?
We'll see.
All right. And then Cam, he knows he's, like, in the background. He just wants to win the AI comp and just, you know, get out of there.
Cam hasn't been playing this game much, so... We'll see what happens.
Chelsea, who flipped?
Yeah, she's like, how the frig did this happen? We were on top of the world before. Then Cedric goes home. Now 3 of us are on the block. Like, what is going on?
Yes. And then Brooklyn. Quinn ratted us out.
I mean, she suspects that Quinn is the one that dropped all that info. Yeah.
He
dropped it a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was a couple weeks ago. So, like...
Pretty much, like, the first week, he told Chemo and T-Core all about the Pentagon.
Right. Stupidest move ever.
So that's where we're at. We've got Brooklyn, Chelsea, and Cam. They're all going to face off in the AI arena tomorrow.
Who do you think's going home?
I don't know. It's really going to depend on who wins that competition. Plus, there's also a potential flip brewing, so...
Oh, there's a flip brewing?
Possibly. I don't think it's as strong as last week, but there is the possibility out there.
And who is on the receiving end of the flip?
Cam would be in trouble if it were to go through. So,
okay.
We'll see. But again, it all depends on who wins the AI comp as well.
Right. All right.
So that's where we are. Let us know your thoughts on this episode in the comments. I feel like it was an action-packed episode. There was a lot.
An action-packed episode.
Stuff.
There was zero fluff. Mm-hmm. I mean, we needed the Angela thing.
That's not fluff. That's protein.
Fluff. Yeah. Okay. All right. So until tomorrow.
Much love.